Buddy, it's the Essence, and today I'm going to be doing a breakdown on Jason Crowe Jr., who is a guard in the 2026 class, and he is one of my favorite guards in this class with his just elite touch with both hands, really good ball handling, and he is an elite shooter. So let's get right into this film. In this first clip, you're going to see him pump fake, get downhill right here. He's going to do this little drop dribble, avoid this defender. Then he's going to get to the middle of the court, hard pound dribble right here, and then he spins left. And usually when offensive players spin left, it means they're either going to go downhill or spin back right. But he does neither. He's just going to spin and then rise up into this fadeaway. You see how straight and down he is, just really balanced even though he's taking a fadeaway. And you can see how this rock to the left gets this defender to back off of him and gets him wide open where he can just show that touch and just feather this ball in the mid-range. He is really elite at that. He's not the greatest at getting all the way to the rim, but when he gets to that intermediate area of the court, his touch is absolutely elite, and he'll just put the ball up there and cash out pretty much every time. His touch is really insane. You're going to see that in this next clip too, where he's going to get the ball here on the fast break. Really nice behind the back dribble to get this defender who's really gambling for a steal. This ends up getting him downhill because he loses this defender and is able to pick up speed, which forces this guy to step up right here. And Jason's going to realize that he is not in position to take a charge. So he's going to high pick up, go straight into his chest right here, absorb all of this contact, and still just feather this up onto the rim and one layup. He does this so much. Usually smaller and younger players like Jason struggle to take contact and remain able to, use their touch. He does not lose his touch at all when he gets whacked. It kind of almost gets better. Like, I've seen a lot of clips of him just get completely leveled, and he still has the touch to get it up on the rim and make the layup. In this next clip, you're finna see just how great of a shooter he is right here. Coming down the court, sees the screen. He's like, nah, I don't like that. Rejects it, tweens, and then sidesteps right here. Deep as hell. This guy's coming over to contest. Just pulls it in his face. Cash out. You see, he is an elite shooter, and you're going to see that throughout this video over and over again. Pulling from deep, he is really, really effective. In this clip again, you're going to see the elite touch through contact here. Again, getting downhill with that really nice stuttered jab right there. Gets downhill, high pickup right here. Sees this guy, again, not in position. Jumps into him, absorbs all that contact down under the rim, and is still able to just lay it up right there. Get that tough and one. He does not lose his touch at all when he is hit hard, and that is just a great quality to have for a young guard. This next clip is going to show his insane touch and just ability to get to his spots. Again, right here, he's going to take a screen, get downhill. They got him in drop coverage basically, but they're going to slate switch, and this defender is forcing him right, which makes sense because Jason is a left-handed player, but he's just going to fool him right here. Takes a dribble then and looks like he's going to go right, but it ends up just being a high pickup, which avoids the defender's hand, which was in position to get a steal. And then he's going to take one more step, decelerate, and then float this over two defenders right here. Easy floater right there. When he gets to this floater range, which he does often, he is just insanely hard to stop. Like, if he gets a good look at a floater, it is most likely going in. And that's why I'm not that worried about his, inability to get all the way to the rim, because most of the time he doesn't need to. Like, he will just get to where he needs to be in that intermediate range and just float the ball in. And he is so good at it. In this next clip, you're going to see the shooting again. This guy's really playing high up on him because he knows how much of a threat Jason is, but it doesn't matter here. Jason's just going to tween right there and then just hezzy pull on the wing right here. This defender is in position. It just doesn't matter. This is a really good contest, and it just doesn't matter at all. It's cash. Like, he is really good at this hezzy pull too. Like, he is so elite at decelerating and then pulling into a jumper. Snatch, hezzy pull right there. Cash in your face. He is elite at staying balanced in his jumpers and slowing all of his momentum to pull into them. It really throws defenders off, and you're going to see that a lot throughout this video. This is one of the craziest layups I've seen in a long time. It's insane that this wasn't called an and one. But yeah, he's basically going to reject this screen, go hard downhill, spin move right about here, completely loses that defender, gets to the rim, two guys jump with him. He goes up and then under, gets slapped. He absolutely gets slapped by both of them right here and still puts this up on the rim. That should be an and one. It shows again just how elite his touch is. Like, that is what Jason Crowe's main thing is that he will finish through contact. He will finish through any amount of contest because his touch is just absolutely elite. That spin move is also like a signature move of his. He is really good at staying balanced and keeping control out of that spin move, and you see here he just explodes through this little gap in the defense and is able to avoid the ball getting blocked and just put it up on the rim. And he has such feathery touch. I know I keep saying it, but it's so true. He does not miss very often when he gets that ball up on the rim at close range. Just a great quality to have. Okay, in this next clip, takes the screen right here. This is one thing he's also very good at, the crab dribble, just putting guys in jail, which is what he does right here. Leaves this defender behind him. And now this defender is committed to getting back in front of Jason. He's going to try to run and defend the rim. And Jason knows that. He's a very crafty player. So he's going to stop all this momentum right here, which gets this defender completely out of position and just rise up in the midi. And that's obviously cash, and you see just how elite he is at decelerating and then pulling up into his jumper and being completely straight up and down and balanced. Like, it's really freakish how he is able to do shit like that all the time, just like completely slow his momentum and then pull up, and it doesn't even look like he was just running full speed. Right here, he rejects the screen, crosses the defender completely out of position again, gets downhill, got three guys converging on him. He's going to pound dribble into a hop step. Two guys, again, jump with him. He's going to be able to get through this gap, go high, then go low, lay on the left side of the rim. Just insanely tough stuff right here for him to just get all the way to the rim. I really like how he shakes this defender too. Looks all the way over there, looking like he's going to use the screen. Snatch, you're out of position now. Pound dribble, hop step with pace through that lane, cash. Like, that is an insane layup right there, showing his touch, showing his ability to get all the way to the rim, and even through a bunch of contact and contested, like, there's two guys jumping with him, bumping him. He's still fully focused, fully balanced, and lays it up basically routinely. Like, I see this through most of the film that I've watched of him, is that when he gets near the rim, and I know I've said this before, no matter how many guys are around him, he's gonna finish. He's gonna make that layup. Okay, next clip. Just see him, they're playing the zone against him, and he's just, getting everybody in position right here. Takes this screen, again, puts this defender in jail right here. He's bumping him, doing the crab dribble, then steps back, fade away from this mid-range area, has three defenders around him, but that crab dribble in that pace is just enough to give him the space to cash this jumper out. He's elite in that midi area. He's just pretty much a full-on three-level scorer. I feel like his not I don't want to say his worst, because he's still really good at getting to the rim, but yeah, the rim is like the thing he needs to focus on the most, is getting all the way to the rim. I'm not saying he's a bad finisher, he's an elite finisher. I've been saying that. I'm saying he's way better at pulling in the mid-range and pulling from three than he is getting to the rim. So that is something that he needs to work on. Absolutely. Right here, again, against this zone defense, they get into a bit of a scramble right here, and he's going to get the ball, calm everything down right here. You see that he is the floor general on these teams that he plays on, and he's just going to go to work. That is a hard snatch cross. You see how out of position this guy is. Like, he's parallel to the basket. He's just completely lost. And you see how hard Jason Crowe exploded out of this snatch cross. Like, this is hard snatch cross, and he's going really far downhill, really low. Like, this guy is already committed, turning his hips to get back in defense of position to shut off the rim. But Jason's not going to the rim. He's pulling up out of all of that speed. He is able to decelerate, and it looks like he just caught this ball and is shooting. Like, he looks like he was completely placid, even though he was just full on sprinting, and he's able to just pull up and cash out right there. Like, that is just one of my favorite things about him, is how elite he is at decelerating. Hard cross. He's straight line driving at this point, and then can just decelerate all the way into his jumper just like that. And it looks completely like he just caught the ball and is shooting. Like, he looks completely balanced, poised, placid, in position, even though he was just sprinting. That is one of his greatest qualities, and something that he will for sure be able to leverage wherever he ends up in playing. Okay, now we're going to get in some playmaking clips. There's not an insane amount of playmaking clips out there. He's more of a score first guard, but he can definitely pass the rock. Like, right here, sees the defense overloaded on him, and he makes this really quick read to stare at the corner, but then flick it into the middle of the defense and gets his guy a really nice layup there at the rim. Not the most elite, passing stuff, but it is definitely something that he provides. I would say he's more of a combo guard. You're going to see him here again. Guy closing out at him pretty recklessly. He's going to get downhill, get to the middle of the court. He sees his teammate cutting right here baseline, and he is super decisive. He's a very quick processor. That's probably the best thing about his passing, is he'll make this decision in a split second to throw this lob, and it's absolutely perfect. Like, he puts that right on the money. I guess his teammate isn't the most athletic, because this is a perfect lob. Like, his ability to read this is a very hard read to make, because he was just attacking a closeout going basically full speed, and it doesn't even really look like it. Like, it looks like he is just, attacking the rotating defense from a standing position, even though he is full on recklessly driving to the rim, and is still able to just put this ball right where it needs to be, right as that guy steps up. Really nice lob pass. He is a really good lob passer, which makes sense because he has great touch. So he basically just puts that ball up there right where guys can get it. And you see that right there in that clip. You're going to see another lob, I'm pretty sure, in this next clip, where, yeah, they're going to get out on the fast break. He's going to bump into this defender right here, basically carve out space for him. Ends up with two guys on him, and there's a guy sprinting back line right there. Just puts that perfectly where he can get it. Really nice lob right there on the fast break, and a really good quick processing, quick decision making right there to just read the defense, read that they're fully trying to shut him off, and just put that ball right where it needs to be. Really good lob. You're going to see right here his ability in the pick and roll. He is a very good pocket passer, as you're about to see. Not NFL, not football pocket passer. I mean a pocket pass like this, where the defense steps up on this pick and roll right here. I'm pretty sure this is Tonde Yesufu, who's another really highly touted prospect. And he's going to deliver this right on time. No hesitation. Very decisive. Gets it. Puts the ball out where Tonde can get it and get into a full sprint, and it leads to this insane dunk at the rim right there. I'm not saying that Jason Crowe completely made this play happen, but it is a lot to do with the fact that he puts this ball perfectly on the money through this gap and puts it where Tonde can get it and instantly get a running start, which leads to this dunk. He is a pretty good operator in the pick and roll. I wouldn't say he's elite, but if you put him in a pick and roll situation, he will most likely make the right read, and you see it right there, getting his man a really good dunk. Another lob pass. I mean, there's not really much to break down on this one. Just really quick processing right here, getting downhill. He knows this guy is coming from behind, sees this guy step up, finds this guy. Just a really good lob. And this is, again, something he does all the time. I feel like he lob passes pretty much more than any other pass. So yeah, that's probably why he is so elite at it, along with the touch. Like, this is his go-to pass. We got another pick and roll situation right here. He takes this screen, and I really like how he splits the defense right here, gets to the middle of the court, sees this guy stepping up, quick processing right here to get this ball, deliver it out of the way of his hands. It's really last second. Like, this is a hard read to make because you need to be very decisive, because you can kind of see right here, this defender is in position and has his arms out. Like, he is trying to get the steal and almost gets it, but he delivers it perfectly through that window. You see he swiped at it, and it doesn't matter. Gets to his teammate in the corner, creates a wide open three right there. Again, showing his quick processing and pretty good just overall ability to get where he needs to get out of these pick and roll actions. Like, he sees what the defense is forcing him to do and takes it and makes an advantage out of it pretty much very easily. Like, it's not hard for him at all to see what the defense wants him to do and not doing that, and finding the correct way to create the advantage to get his teammates and get himself in the best position here. Because you see he takes this screen, and they're going to basically put him in drop, get one guy behind him, and just put this guy back and basically shade him towards the rim. And he's just going to say, no, I'm not taking that. I'm splitting the pick and roll. I'm getting downhill to where I'd like to get, which is the left side. Guy's going to step up, and I'm going to make the read. You're not going to get to my pass. That's a really good pass right there. And it's really hard to have that quick processing right there to read the pick and roll, get through, get an advantage, get to the rim, see a guy slide over, and he has his arm out, but you still fire that through and make that pass. It doesn't matter if he's in position, because you're just that elite at reading the defense, you know? Okay, next clip. Gets downhill with that little stutter in and out, sees this guy stepping up. This is a good clip again, showing what he needs to work on, which is getting all the way to the rim, because as you've seen, he hasn't gotten all the way to the rim that much in this in these clips that I've shown you. But when he does, he creates opportunities like this where a guy has to go straight up, and he reads immediately, processes the game very well to just drop this off to his teammate, get him a really good layup. Like, this is where Jason Crowe could be really special if he could just continue to work on this straight line driving stuff, getting all the way to the rim, drawing help, and dropping it off to his teammates. Okay, so now we're going to get into some more recent film. This is from EYBL Session 2, where he's playing for the Oakland Soldiers. And this is how I found out about Jason Crowe. I didn't really know much about him until I watched this game, because I was really just trying to catch up on like Tyron Stokes' film, and he just kept making plays, and I was like, who is this guy? This guy is good as hell. And that's really what drove me to make this video, was the clips from this game, and then I went and delved deeper. That's where I got the clips that are earlier in this video, and you're going to see just a lot of really good stuff in this game. JL3 is a really good team, and he really diced them up and made plays when the Oakland Soldiers needed, because Tyron Stokes had a really bad game in this game, and Jason Crowe like completely made up for it. So first clip, pick and roll right there, gets to the middle of the court, high floater, showing the touch again and the elite ability to operate in the pick and roll. See, he takes it, and they're at the level, they're up to touch, but he doesn't panic. Very patient with his dribble, knows that this center right here is going to vacate, because now the roller is going straight to the rim. So he's just going to get low and be ready to read the defense. Sees this guy coming to step over. He's going to low pick up and avoid him, and then step one more time. Sees him step up, high floater, cash, showing the touch. When he gets to this intermediate range, as I've been saying, he's going to make it. You cannot let him get there. It is a death sentence. Again, mid-range mastery. More just mid-range mastery, bro. That's how I would describe Jason Crowe. It's just mid-range mastery. Going downhill, has this guy's hips completely turned towards the baseline, stops behind the back, gets him off him, then turns, goes right now, gets to the middle of the court, hard pound dribble step back. You see just how out of position this defender is now, and he just rises up over the defense, cashes out in that mid-range area. I know I keep saying it. He is unbelievably tough. It is where his touch shows the most. He is just absolutely elite at just putting the perfect amount of oomph on the ball and just having it fall in effortlessly. And the dribble moves are also very impressive here, to slow all the way down out of this behind the back dribble and then explode towards the right side of the court and then step back, all of his momentum again stopping, which throws his defender off and allows him to pull up here. Just showing basically every area of his game: the touch, the speed, the deceleration, and the ability to get to his spots. Like, that is his spot, and he will get there no matter what. Another clip right here. Spin move, middle of the court, gets everyone on him. Another really tough floater. He doesn't end up hitting that one, but I just really wanted to include this clip, just showing how elite he is at just creating advantages all by himself. Because this spin move is absolutely insane. Like, he's entirely parallel to the baseline here, and you can see this defender really bumping him and trying to stop him from getting through this lane. But the whole time, Jason Crowe doesn't even want to get through that lane. Like, he is going towards the spin back, the spin move to spin back towards the left side of the court, and you see how hard this defender bites over here, which completely leaves him out of position. Like, Jason Crowe's already by him and he's looking at his back. So yeah, just a really good advantage creation clip. I do wish he hit this floater. That is one of the rare times you will see him miss a floater when you watch him play, but the overall advantage creation is very impressive. To spin this hard out of an explosive stance when you were really running towards the baseline, to the point that you lose your defender, like he's completely out of position looking at your jersey, the back of your jersey. Like, this is crazy stuff, and maybe he should have passed it here, but I don't mind at all him taking this floater because he is so elite at those type of floaters. And you know, that one doesn't fall, but it still ends up being a bucket for his team because he created the advantage right there. Okay, another clip in this game, him going downhill, just working, getting a foul call right there. I really like this clip. I saved it because he, again, just is elite pace-wise, elite decelerating, and again, creating advantages where this little look at the rim, because he's such a good shooter, gets this guy stepping up, and then he's jabbing, going right because that's where the defense is going to force him. He is lefty, but it doesn't even seem like he's lefty because the way he dribbles right-handed, it's like no different. Spin move, again, you see the spin move that I told you is one of the moves in his bag that is like a signature move of his. Step back, you remember earlier he did this almost exact same motion on a player where he spun and then stepped back out of a pound dribble, and he knows that because of the rhythm of how he's playing, this guy's gonna jump. He is expecting the midi, and you have to be on the midi. Like, I don't blame this defensive player for jumping here, especially against Jason Crowe. You don't want him taking this mid-range shot, but it leads to fouls like this. And I've seen a lot of clips like this where he will draw a foul just based on how elite and like scary he is in the mid-range. And it just comes from his deceleration and his rhythm, because he'll do the exact same move, but then just hesitate, and you'll jump, and he'll get you. Like, he's very crafty with his movements. So this is all one clip too, because this next clip is going to show, again, the elite shooting of Jason Crowe. They're about to inbound the ball, and it's going to end up in his hands, and I'm pretty sure he pulls this three from like behind the volleyball line. Like, it's really, really deep shot. I don't know what shot clock was at, but who cares? He made it. Yeah, they're going to brick that right there. He's going to relocate to the top of the key over here. And they're going to find him on the extra pass. Yeah, you see he's damn near at the logo behind the volleyball line. And he just pulls the shit. I don't even know why this dude's jumping, bro. You're nowhere near him. Cash out. And he doesn't even, like, you see his jumper. It doesn't, the mechanics don't even look any different. He's pulling from insanely deep. And his mechanics are very fluid, very in control. He doesn't like quicken his release at all. That's really good signs of a shooter. A shooter. To be able to pull from deep and you don't even have to change your mechanics. Just really elite stuff, and really stuff that you gotta look forward to if you are a coach at the college level, that this guy is already this elite of a shooter at how young of an age he is at. It's just really good signs for his future. Here he gets a screen, gets two guys on him. Really good high pickup right there, and then just whacked at the rim. I know he doesn't make this layup, but I just like to bring this clip up because it shows the one area where he needs to work, which is getting all the way to the rim. And he does great right here. They blitz him out of this pick and roll, which is crazy because he's not. Tyron Stokes is over here. This is the main star. Jason Crowe is the second option on this team, and they are blitzing him because of how much of a force he is on offense. But it doesn't work. He gets out of it, gets downhill, gets low, sees this guy stepping up right here. High pickup, completely avoids him. One more step is enough to get him to the rim, sees this guy coming over, shields the ball with his arm and gets whacked. Does not make the layup, but he got absolutely leveled. I just like the fact that he got all the way to the rim right there. Maybe don't pick up your dribble as soon as he did, but that defender was pretty committed on the wing to getting over and stripping him. So I guess good high pickup, and it does end up with him getting free throws. So that is really all you can ask for, is just advantage creation, getting all to the way to the rim. I don't care if you make a shot. If you create an advantage like that, that is always going to be really valuable at any level of basketball. Okay, here's some playmaking stuff right here in the full court fast break right here. The whole defense is kind of discombobulated right here. And he has a very simple read. You can see him looking at it right now, but you can't really see it on screen. There is a center down in the paint, okay? He spots it right here, but he makes it very, very hard to see that he spots it. Like, he does not make his decision to the last second, which ends up making this play work out. Because here, this guy clearing through, two guys basically on him, he isn't really even looking at this center because he knows if he does, this guy right here is going to go into position. So he's just going to look over here, get in position, never really show his hand, show where he's going to pass, sees this guy coming up, so he knows that he can fit it through this window right here, and he's just going to whip it at the last second. Really nice bounce pass, gets this guy a dunk. Just really, really good quick processing, and also just not staring down a read. If he stares down this read, it probably gets picked off, but he's really decisive and slow, patient, finds the right, position to fit this pass through with that really nice bounce pass that he just whips through this window and gets this guy an open dunk. I mean, you can't really ask for more out of full court playmaking. He's great in that area as well. I like to show more half court playmaking clips, so that's why there isn't more clips of him playmaking out of the fast break, but let it be known he is really good in the fast break as a playmaker. Here he's going to take a screen. Two guys, again, blitz him. He's not going to pass the ball, though. I will say when Jason takes a screen, he's looking to score. He isn't like a guy that you're going to set a screen for and he's going to probe and read the defense. He's trying to score out of a pick and roll. And you see that right here because he instantly turns the corner because he knows this center can't keep up with him. Gets downhill. You see here he makes his decision. He's going to go to the rim. He gets low, pound dribble right there. He picks his dribble up too early. I think he thought that this guy was going to, commit more and maybe try to rip his dribble. But what I do like is his, type of running back form he does here, where he really cradles the ball and then bumps into this center who's behind him, so he can't really chase down, block him, basically carves out space for himself and makes this really tough layup. Like you can see in this clip, it's going to show up here, the blitz turns the corner, gets out of it, gets downhill, pound dribble, keeps the ball. You see, like, he gets smacked in the face. Like, he gets whacked. He can't even see when he is putting the ball up. He can't even see the backboard or the rim. He's getting whacked in the face. And it doesn't matter. His touch is so insane, he makes it. Jason Crowe, man, has the featheriest of featheriest, softest touch. And that is another elite clip. This is in the last minute of the game. Jason Crowe just put this team on his back. They're tied up right here, and he's going to get right to old reliable. He's going to get downhill, spin move again, bump this defender, playing booty ball like Brunson, then pull up. He was completely sideways at the start of this jump, and he turns mid-air into this sort of jumper floater and cashes it perfectly. Like this is insanely hard to do right here. The spin move, the bump, and then to jump and turn your body mid-air is insanely hard while fading away with the defender in your face. Look at his legs. He's completely sideways. And then when he takes off, he turns straight up. Perfect floater right there. Hits nothing but net. Just a really elite clip from him right there to get his team the lead in the final 2 minutes of the game. And then you're going to see him hit an absolute dagger in this clip, which you might say, oh, there's a minute left. This wasn't really a dagger. It was. If you watch this game was over pretty much after he hit this shot, where he sees his man getting ready for the screen, hezzy pull from behind the volleyball line, cash, and that was pretty much game. When he hit this shot, it pretty much ended this game. You see the clutch gene, man. Just hezzy pull, nothing special, deep cash out. He low-key gets hit too. Like, this should kind of be an and one. He doesn't really get landing space. This defender pushes him, and it doesn't matter. Holds his follow through, cash. That you see the touch too on this jumper of just how high it gets. He's so just this hezzy pull is also crazy. And like, again, deep ass hezzy pull, his mechanics don't change. His mechanics are the same. He is completely straight up and down. He has really quick follow through and just puts that ball up cash. Like, that is probably one of my favorite clips of this video, because this shit was basically a game winner. To just hit this shot, basically an and one, put that team away in the final seconds. They were down that whole game too. And Jason Crowe just shows why he's one of the most elite players in high school basketball right now. So if you're sleeping on Jason Crowe, I really advise you to wake up. Because Jason Crowe, as you've seen through this video, he has elite touch. He's an elite ball handler. He can pass when he needs to. And he is an absolute flamethrower from behind the arc. Wherever he gets the ball, man, you better be up in his face, because he's going to cash that shit on you. And I'm of 100% belief that wherever this guy goes and plays in college, he might be a one and done. Like, he might be an instantly so impactful player that he'll be able to take that jump to the NBA very soon, because from what I've seen from Jason Crowe, he really offers about everything you want from a guard except for the getting all to the way to the rim and the insane athleticism. But I feel like once he, fills out his frame, that will get better. He will get all the way to the rim. He will get more opportunities to use his touch at the cup. The athletic things, that is, kind of set in stone. He does get up and dunk sometimes. It's not really part of his game, but I'm not worried about it, because when you're as like elite in the intermediate range as he is, you don't really need to be this like super athlete and like get to the rim all the time. Like, I would compare it to Tyrese Halliburton and Trae Young, who don't get all the way to the rim that much, but they get to just where they need to get, and they get shots, they get good buckets out of that with their floaters and their touch shots in the lane and that intermediate range. That is where he really thrives, and I think he could be a legit 3-level scoring combo guard at the college level and maybe even at the NBA level someday. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Jason Crowe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know of any other prospects you want me to cover. I'm watching all levels of basketball all the time. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. And don't sleep on Jason Crowe. He's the truth.